I'm Michael Hockett. I work for the Troup County Sheriff's Office. I've been there since 2013, where I first started off in the jail division, and I've been patrolling for the last 2 years. In my 2 years, I've been in vehicle chases, foot chases, fought for guns on the side of highways with people. This one's probably the worst for me, and thankfully I'm still here to be able to tell the story on it. The day kind of had started off like any normal day. I had been answering calls all morning, and then now wanted giving me this call saying, I needed to go and do a welfare check on an individual whose father had called and saying that he was having some issues and may need to try and talk to somebody and try and get him some help. When I showed up at the house, I noticed the fence was locked, and I kind of questioned for a moment why the fence was locked, but I just assumed maybe the individual's father just had some kind of disability or just wasn't able to get to the fence unlocked before I got there. So I proceeded to go over the fence and walk down to the house. The house had a winding kind of driveway, and as I get down to the house, I knock on the door. I can't get anybody to the door, and I let 911 know that, hey, I can't get anybody to the door, and I'm heading back to my car. I get about halfway back to my vehicle, and that's when I start hearing it sounded like a beating sound, somebody hitting something really hard. And I started looking back to the top of the driveway. I could see somebody or something near my car moving, and I assumed it was my car being hit. So before I could even take another step, I heard two gunshots, back to back, and I immediately just took a knee and got behind cover. Started letting 911 know that I had shots fired. I work in the county. I hear a lot of gunshots being that I work in the county, but I knew that these gunshots were either directed at me or at my car or something. I knew that they were not accidental gunshots. So I let 911 know that I had shots fired, and first unit I hear saying they're coming to me is from Hamilton Road, which is a good piece off from West Point. So I know I'm kind of on my own in that situation. I had a black jacket on, so I kind of took it off because I didn't want to be. The black jacket has a sheriff's office logo on it, but I didn't know if I'd somehow been interpreted as a trespasser or something of that nature. So I took it off where I was fully in uniform, and started putting my hands out behind cover and letting them know that I was with the sheriff's office. And said this 3 or 4 times and never got a response. And a few moments later, I heard the truck coming down the driveway at a high rate of speed. It passes by me, slams on brakes, and the individual steps out of the car, and I stand up and turn towards him. And as I turn towards him, I'm looking down the barrel of his gun, and I tell him to drop it one time, but about that time he fires on me. I start to run to my right, but there's a barbed wire fence there that everything was kind of tunnel vision. I ran into the barbed wire fence and bounced off of it and drew my service weapon and pointed it at him. And when I pointed at him, he began to back towards the front of his truck. His mother was actually in the truck. I had seen a female when he pulled down the driveway, but his mother stayed in the truck the whole time, and he backed up to the front of his truck where I couldn't get a shot on him. I didn't. It would have taken a really good shot to get him where he was at, and being that his mother was right there in the line of fire, I didn't return fire at that point. Then as he got to the front of his truck, he fires a second shot at me. I don't know if I was hit at that point or not. My adrenaline's pumping so much then. I was able to take my service weapon and push it towards him and kind of make him do a ducking motion. And that's when I seen that I had a chance to try and get away. So proceeded to start running back up the driveway. And as I'm running up the driveway, I'm looking, where can I go? Where can I get to behind cover? Where can I get somewhere to protect myself? And I see my patrol car. I'm like, okay, there's my shot. And as I get to the fence, or as I'm running towards the fence, I look back. I see he's chasing me. He's coming with his weapon. I get to the fence, go to mantle it. And as I'm going over, I tangle my feet and go straight down onto my stomach in front of beside my patrol car towards the front of it. And I'm laying on my stomach. I'm preparing to feel a shot come into my back. I knew he was pretty close to me, and I was able to roll over onto my back. And about that time, I see him get to the fence, and he leans down and fires down on me. um, my adrenaline was pumping so much that, you know, only way I've been able to describe it when people ask me is it's like being at the beach and somebody throws a big old pile of sand at you. I felt it, but I didn't feel it, you know. And I was able to draw my service weapon and return fire through the hit him in the shoulder area through the fence. And when I kind of seen him drop his weapon and reach for his shoulder area, I popped off the ground and I started running towards the rear of my patrol car to get to cover. And I noticed that he was starting to go back down the driveway. So when I seen that he was returning to his house, I didn't know what he was going to go get. I didn't know what his plan was at that point. So I got in my patrol car and went to go and try and get some backup. As I'm driving down the road, I'm not sure where I'm going to go. I just, you know, anywhere but there. I noticed that my side mirrors to my vehicle has been damaged where he knocked them off. And I get out to the road and I'm kind of letting, you know, 911 and my backup know what happened. And thankfully I was able to meet with them at the store once I was sure he wasn't following me and get some help, get some medical attention. I'm gonna continue to do my job. You know, I've been back to work for about a month now, and just want to continue to get better. You know, be able to use this opportunity or use this situation that I was placed in as a learning opportunity. It's a great honor. You know, I don't feel like much of a hero. I do this job because I absolutely love it, but everybody's been so supportive and so nice, and this is more than I could ever ask for.